Managers at two local public media outlets say they are concerned after President Trump signed an executive order aimed at eliminating federal funding for public broadcasting. 21 Alive reporter Eddie Rex Seidler joins me in studio with those details. Eddie.
Linda, we already knew state funding for Indiana's PBS and NPR stations was being cut, but now also facing the loss of their federal funding, the future of public broadcasting in our area is unclear.
The reality is that there may be some programs that go away at the national level. We have no idea what's going to happen at the local level. At
WFWA, Fort Wayne's PBS station, President Trump's latest executive order came as the second round of bad news in recent weeks.
To lose $990,000 in federal funding at a time when you're losing more than $400,000 in state dollars takes us north of 40% of our revenue, and anyone watching us today will realize that that is a really high bar and will cause some fundamental change, if not some service sacrifice going forward if it's enacted.
The order completely eliminates funding from the Corporation of Public Broadcasting to NPR and PBS stations across the country. The White House says these outlets have become too political. Indiana Senator Jim Banks provided us with a statement saying, quote, NPR is a liberal media outlet and doesn't deserve our tax dollars. Travis Poe, president and general manager of WBOI, Fort Wayne's NPR station, disagrees.
The senator is entitled to his opinion. He represents his constituents, and I hope that at some point we can have a discussion about how I feel those things aren't true.
Leaders at the PBS station say political coverage is just a portion of what they do, with educational and cultural programming taking the lead.
To feel that none of that carries weight or value, or that there would want to be a silence of this service, that's what's at risk.
President and general manager of the station, Bruce Haynes, says throwing away a system that has been in place for decades requires better justification.
That uniqueness and that special quality of what we do is too precious to be lost as a rounding error in a budget where public media funding is only 1/100th of 1%.
The CPB says they plan to appeal the president's order on the basis that he doesn't have the authority to cut its funding since it is a nonprofit organization rather than a federal agency. Reporting in studio, Eddie Rex Seidler, 21 Alive News.
Eddie,